I'm going to say this, and within the MMA community and fans, it's going to be controversial. And I know I say this a lot. Okay. I'm not calling it a work. I'm not calling it a fix. Something did not look right with Jan Blachowicz. Something didn't look right.
Okay.
That's all. He got dominated. He got beat. He flat out got beat. Maybe it just wasn't his night. It happens. But something didn't look right. And I know people get pissed at me when I say that because I do say it a lot. But let me just explain why I say that. I have been watching sports my entire life. I've been watching fighting nearly my entire life. I know when someone doesn't look like they've looked in the past. When he was a fucking world beater and he knocked out Dominic Reyes. When he fucking shut out fucking Israel Adesanya. Okay? We didn't see that same guy last night. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So being conspiracy minded, what?
I'm not conspiracy minded. I'm just saying he didn't.
Okay. Well, if you can concoct something in your mind here, if there was a reason why he didn't look right, besides just the fact that he didn't, what could possibly be the reasoning for it?
Because John Jones's next fight will be at light heavyweight for the title against a guy that he beat the shit out of. That guy.
So you're saying they want to put the title back on John Jones?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's a cool story that Glover gets to defend against the guy who beat him all those years ago as the champion. He gets to welcome him back to 205 amidst all the controversy and amidst John Jones being the biggest shithead in MMA. Yeah. That's my theory.
I get it.
I'm not saying that Jan threw the fight. I'm not saying that. I couldn't possibly be saying that the UFC wanted this to happen, but maybe they did. Maybe. Anyway,
do you? Okay.
I'm being silly. Congrats to. I don't want to take anything away from Glover Teixeira because that was a good performance. He's a fucking. He's a fucking savage. But congrats to him, dude. That's a great story, dude. 42 years old, fought for the title. Fucking that was 2014 when he lost to John Jones. All these years later, he's now the champ.
If you're 42 years old and you win the title, do you still do you walk away now? Or do you release the title? Or do you? Well, because I feel like Glover's one of those guys that he's going to die in the octagon.
Well, if you believe all the bullshit that guys like you and I say that you're not a true champion unless you defend your belt, if he believes that, then no, I don't think he's going to walk away. Should he probably walk away? Yeah, I don't think he will.
Right. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, what do you want your legacy to be? Do you want your legacy to be you walked out as the champion on your own terms, or do you possibly go into your next fight and get knocked out in the first 5 seconds and lose your title, and that's your legacy, or you're fighting your way back to a title that may not happen again?
Well, that can happen in any fight, dude. You can't. I don't think you can't think about it that way. Anybody could get knocked out in 5 seconds. That's why
I know, but it's the same like football. If you're 45 years old and you win a Super Bowl, do you leave on that Super Bowl win, or do you take a chance on the next season not even making the playoffs, and that's your legacy? You know what I'm saying? It's just
but look, his legacy's intact. I don't think there's nothing's going to ruin his legacy. So whatever his next move is, I think it's fine with whatever he decides to do. I'd like to see him try to defend it for sure. Happy for him. Sucks for Jan. I like Jan. Again, I don't think something looked off, and I'm not saying that to be conspiratorial. I'm just saying I've watched the guy fight so many times that I know when he doesn't look like the same guy. Yeah. And I don't feel like I have to have trained ever, or have to be a journalist, or have a fucking MMA TV show to say that. Like, fans can say that. And if you watch as much as I do, and if you're as passionate about it as I am, you know when you're seeing something different than what you saw before. That's all. I say that about every sport I watch.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy. For me, it's easier in MMA to have just for it to be an off night.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you're fighting.
Because there's so many factors that come into play, especially the mental aspect.
100%.
You know, so just something that happened in your day, you know,
and the other guy's trying to rip your head off. Yeah.
Right. It can ruin your mentality. Even if you may be training for the last 4 months to fight this one guy, you know, but also like the game plan that the other guy's got, it could be throwing you off completely, and you're trying to adjust to it, you know?
Yeah. So you want to chalk it up to just, it wasn't.
Let's go back and get some action, live it up and get